Hello everybody, I'm Linda Yu. Welcome to our kitchen. Now since this is Food We Love with Linda Yu, we're going to start with a food that's a tradition in my family. It's Chinese rice stuffing. The simple story is this. I was almost 5 years old when I was brought to the United States. My older sister and I still remember our very first turkey was Thanksgiving. My mother and grandmother, my Lao, realized that since bread had never been part of our diet, bread stuffing in the turkey might be something we wouldn't enjoy. So, like many other Asian families, they developed rice stuffing. So now, let's make my family's rice stuffing. First of all, the rice. This black rice is called forbidden rice. Now, I'm going to pour this out so you can see it. At first, you think, ooh, it's dark black, okay? But it's got lots of antioxidants in it. Now, legend tells us that forbidden rice could only be eaten by the emperor who lived in China's Forbidden City because it was believed to contribute to longevity because, as I just said, it is very rich in antioxidants, and that means it's growing in popularity these days. Now, I use forbidden rice now in this recipe to honor my Lao. She lived in the Forbidden City, grew up there because she was next in line to become the Empress of China. Did you know I could have been Chinese royalty? But I also found out that forbidden rice was discovered in Xi'an. That is the city where I was born and lived until I was 2 years old and then started heading to the United States. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the ingredients, all right? First, there is Chinese sausage. I want to show you what it looks like when you buy it in Chinatown, all right? It looks like this, and you usually have to divide them, okay? And then when you do slice it, it would be good if you just kind of slice it on the slant, really, really thin, okay? Got that? All right, so we've got plenty. I've already sliced some of that, all right? Also, I put ground sirloin in the recipe, and I've already cooked that for you. There's onion, there's water chestnuts, there's bamboo shoots, there's Chinese shiitake mushrooms, and there's celery too. I've already cooked the forbidden rice separately, so when you get the recipe, you'll see how it is. Start with Chinese sausage, and then we're gonna start cooking it a little bit, sauteing it, because you want to render some of the fat out of this, okay? And then get that going. Okay, once that gets going, all right, then I take some garlic and put the garlic in. This is pretty soon going to smell absolutely wonderful, okay? And then also, when I saute garlic, I also like to add the onions to it, okay? There's the onions, and we're going to cook that up, right? And then as the fat comes out, it's going to render some of that, okay? And then you'll be able to cook all of this stuff in some of that fat. We're going to switch to a big, giant skillet, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to lift this, okay? Put this into this giant skillet. We're going to put the ground beef in and cook that for several minutes to get that going, all right? Once that gets going, you can decide to put in some of your seasonings. You can use kosher salt, freshly ground pepper, and then for me, I usually like to use some seasonings that have the mix of herbs that just makes it simpler too, that don't have salt, and I like to put some of that in also. There's going to be a lot of vegetables in here, so you can do a lot of those herbs and also a little bit more, okay? Got it all in there? I'm going to keep cooking this up a little bit, okay? And once that I've done that, I'm going to start adding in some of these vegetables. And usually what I like to do is put in what is going to take a little longer to cook, all right? And that would be, let's start with these, the shiitake mushrooms. And I'm going to start stirring that around a little bit, okay? And let that cook for a couple of minutes. After that, let's put in, and I've always thought, you know, celery isn't absolutely essential, but I just like it to add the color because, see, these Chinese sausages, there's a little red to them, and then you add this green to it. I kind of like that idea so that, to me, food always ought to be pleasing to the eye, okay? And once you've done that, then we're going to add in the water chestnuts and then bamboo shoots. And, you know, as you can see from this, when I'm putting all this in, you can add almost any kind of vegetable that you might like to make it taste more yummy to you. Once this is all together, I would cook it for about 4 or 5 minutes until what you want to do is you want to see the mushrooms have already gotten soft and that they've cooked. And make sure it's all really has softened a little bit and it's cooked. Okay. Once that is done, then I'm going to add in all the forbidden rice. Now remember, I've already cooked this. Some people say that you cook forbidden rice by putting it with water and a pinch of salt. I like to cook it in chicken broth, okay, so that it adds flavor to it. Now we're going to add it in, and we mix all of it together. And it might cook for a few more minutes again. Okay, now, once we've done that, Chinese oyster sauce. You can get this in the Asian part of your supermarket, or you can go to Chinatown when you pick up the Chinese sausages, okay? And you put in about 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce will work. If you like it more salty, put in more. If you like it less salty, put in less, okay? And then mix it up really, 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 really good, okay? All right, we're gonna try to put, bear with me, this is not too hot, bear with me. I'm going to try this way. I'm going to try doing this until I can get it a little bit lighter, okay? This is going to take me forever. So instead, what you do is you get someone to come and help you, right? You get someone to come and hold all of this, and then here I figured out a way to do it. All right. And I've got it all in there. Now we're going to put it in the oven. And then this is the magic that we do. Voila, in 2 seconds, guess what? It's cooked. Hope you like it. Give it a try. I'm gonna try it a little bit, okay? And see, do I still like it? Yeah. To me, this is family, and this is Thanksgiving, and this is home, and this is my story. For this yummy recipe and so much more, go to the Chicago Sun-Times website. The address is right here on your screen.